What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about this lens right here, the fisheye lens, and some ways that you guys can get your own fisheye lens shots in editing and straight in camera like this. Fisheye lenses. So today we're going to be talking about different ways on how to get a fisheye lens shot. I'm going to give you guys a few different options. Let's talk a little bit about the background of fisheye lenses though. We see these shots all the time now. We see them a lot in music videos, but they're all over the place as well. We see them a lot on like Ring doorbell cameras. If you look through a peephole in your hotel room or your front door, there's always that little peephole, and it kind of gives that same type of look. These are often used on security cameras as well to give that wide field of view so you can see the entire space if anything happens. I feel like this look was definitely popular with skate videos. Definitely we see this in the movie mid-90s when they make the skate film, and there's that bubble fisheye type look, which was really popular. So I feel like it's coming back in music videos and promos and all that kind of stuff. We have this bubble fisheye type look, whether it's the whole screen or if it's just a really distorted type image. So there's plenty of ways to get this, and I'm going to walk you guys through on a few different ways that I get this look. My favorite lens that I use, it's a little bit pricey. It's this lens baby right here, and it is the circular fisheye lens, and this lens is an it's a 5.8 millimeter, but this lens is crazy wide. And one reason why I really like this lens right here is it has this really cool distortion on the outer edge, especially when light flares into it. I used it on this music video, and you can see how cool it looks when that light flares inside. This lens does have a hefty price tag for just a special effect type lens. I personally think it's worth it because I've used it on a lot of projects and a lot of people really like it, but there's definitely a lot of other fisheye lens options out there as well that go to your specific mount. It's a lot easier to get that full fisheye frame look if you're on a full frame. This actually is an EF, and I put it on my Micro Four Thirds, my GH5S, and then I have that going through the metabone, so it makes it a little bit wider. What I do is I film on the full sensor like it's anamorphic, and it uses the whole frame, so I'm actually able to get that full square. So the cool thing is, if it's not cropped off, is you can actually rotate it in post. You can put multiple next to each other. You can get some really creative looks with this. So I personally like doing that. You could have a lot of fun with it in post. This is a lot easier if you have a full frame lens, because if you put the fisheye on it, it's gonna have that little black bubble in the middle. One other thing I'd wanna mention is if your camera has IBIS, internal body stabilization, it's gonna make the fisheye look really weird and wonky when you move it around. Which you might like the effect of. I personally did not like it, so I used it on my GH5S, which has no IBIS. But if you do have IBIS, you just have to hold your camera still or toss it on a tripod. So buying a fisheye lens is one option. You could spend anywhere from $50 all the way up to $200-300 like I did. Another option, I guess we're gonna go backwards. We're gonna go most expensive to cheap, is this little bad boy right here. What this is a 0.35x macro fisheye lens, and what this does is it actually just screws on. Let's see if I can do it right here. It screws onto the, yeah, look at that. It screws onto the front of your lens, and you get the fisheye type effect. And I'm just holding this in front of my lens right now, and it's actually doing a pretty good job. But you can actually screw this on with step-up rings or whatever. I think it's only made to mount straight to 52 millimeters, which is super small, though it's like the kit lens that comes on like a T3i. But this just screws onto the front of any lens, and then it makes it super wide. I think this is what they used to use on those old skate videos to kind of give their footage that wide look. And this definitely works. These are only about like $20 to $35, and these can just screw onto the front of your lens. Definitely makes your image a little dirtier, and it's a little annoying to focus. I'm also gonna try this out. I grabbed this off Amazon, and this is just let me hide my face. This is just a basic clip-on cell phone, cheap little lens. I got this for like 15 bucks on Amazon. And this just clips onto the front of your lens, and let's see if we can get a similar effect with some iPhone footage on the back. Do you guys like the clip-on iPhone adapter, or just the regular screw-on adapter, or do you guys like the Lens Baby? Comment down below, let me know what you guys think. So that's the comparison of all 3 different fisheye filters tested on my lens. From the results, the iPhone one is a little bit iffy. I really don't like the lens flares you get in it, but it definitely works in a pinch. I was using it on the 0.5 wide angle lens on my iPhone, so clipped onto there. So if you don't have that, the whatever iPhone with the 3 lenses, it may not work for you. I think the best bang for your buck option is definitely the one that you screw onto your front of your lens with the 0.35x wide angle adapter. That one works with pretty much any like kit wide angle lens. It doesn't have to be super wide angle. It screws onto the front, works really solid. The lens flares from that are pretty decent. You might have to get some step up rings for it, but it's not too bad. And then obviously the Lens Baby looks really awesome. It's really high quality, but it's also $300. I don't even think the Lens Baby is even being sold anymore. You'd have to pick it up on eBay, but there's plenty of other options that I'm gonna link down below of like $100, $150 wide angle fisheye lenses that you can get. Now I'm gonna hop into Adobe Premiere and I'm gonna show you guys how to get some DIY fish angle stuff. I'm gonna show you guys some editing tips with the fisheye and then some ways to get it. I'm gonna show you guys some ways how to do it in post without anything in camera. The first thing you're gonna need is you're gonna wanna film as wide as you possibly can. So I might even use this footage right here. So I'm gonna turn this footage into fisheye. I'm filming on a 16mm on the Sony. So I'm gonna turn this fisheye, show you guys how to do it in Adobe Premiere. So let's hop in Premiere. So I'm gonna show you guys how to take this clip right here and we're gonna make it look like it's a fisheye lens shot. So what we're gonna wanna do is I'm gonna grab I just went here and then I went to black video and I'm gonna go ahead and drag that over. Then what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna take opacity, draw a circle, we're gonna click invert and we're just gonna expand that and we're gonna try and make it more of a perfect circle. We can expand that out and you can make it any size that you want. If you want a little smaller, let's make sure to try and get it right in the middle. And you can feather that a little bit too if you like that look. There it is right there, pretty cool. Then what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna come over to effects and we're gonna type in sphere, S-P-H, spherize, I don't know how to say that. Then we're gonna drag that on and then we're gonna come up here and we're gonna change the radius and it's gonna make me super distorted and we can go ahead and scale me down. It's making me look like a giant bubble. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna turn that all the way up and then we just want me to fill the entire frame. And then just like that, we should have a like DIY fisheye type lens effect. Obviously it's not the same, but it definitely does work and it's a super quick, easy way to do it. So now I have this footage right here and I'm gonna show you some cool ways on just different things you can edit it real quickly. So here's what the raw footage looks like. And yeah, it's basically just me. This is how it comes straight out of camera. So like you can see when it flares, we definitely, one thing I usually like to do is I just come into color and I bring the blacks down just a little bit because you can see the edge of the frame. If you don't like that, there's a few different things we can do. We can draw a circle mask like we did before. We can extend that out, ignore like my crazy eyes right there. I was trying to look a little crazy for the fisheye. But then what we're gonna wanna do is just kind of drag this out and we can also feather it. So this kind of helps with like any excess flares hanging out the side and kind of just helps those fall off a little smoothly. So if we play that now, real nice, like if there is any flare, it kind of just disappears with the feathering. So now what we can do is we can actually just duplicate these. I'm just holding Alt or Option on my keyboard. And then now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and drag me right there. So, and then I'm gonna drag another one right there. So to get rid of that black, what we're gonna wanna do is change that blending mode to screen, change that blending mode to screen, and we're all good. So now if we play this through, we have 3 different effects on each side and pretty simple, pretty easy to do. Really cool looking effect. If we wanted to like transition between these 3, what we would do is like, let's say if we wanted to like wipe through them all, we could scale these down a little bit. Like let's say bring that down to like 45 maybe. Bring that one to 45 as well. I really could have picked a better clip, but you know, we'll just look at that awkward photo of my face. Let's go ahead and bring that in. Bring that one in. So we have 3. You can really create a lot of different creative stuff with this and make some crazy stuff. So get creative, do something different. Don't just do what I'm showing you. Try and come up with something with your by yourself. I'm gonna select all these. I'm gonna click nest, click OK. You probably want to do this in like a higher resolution timeline, because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to effects. I'm going to scale position. You could scale it, and now you can kind of, I guess you could do this with the offset effect, but then again, like if you have like different clips in here, like if you want to like transition to like another shot that you did on the fisheye, you could do it like that. So if I play this, now we're scaling through all these different takes of me looking at the lens. So pretty cool, and you can put different takes in there. So that's pretty much how you can edit this footage, and that's how you can make a quick little DIY fisheye lens type shot within the edit. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like down below, comment, let me know which one's your favorite. I'm Tyler Casey with Cinepax. I appreciate you guys watching. Definitely want to see some fisheye lens stuff that you guys shoot. I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks.